Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of Analogy Lab. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all the top 3 stocks that all of you should be keeping in your watch list for today. I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for this video who dropped your stocks of interest in the comment section of yesterday's pre-market analysis video, right after the intro. Alright, y'all. Again, before we begin, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. Alright, so let's get started. The market right now is currently in this nasty chop fed zone. Alright, it's in the zone. It doesn't want to get out. It's just playing with everybody's emotions. It's aggravating. Alright, it's just going up here and then dropping and up here. It doesn't want to breach it and go all the way up here like now. It's kind of annoying, but I do think it's gonna breach that box and it's gonna go all the way up to 4200. It wants to hit 4200. Dip buyers are not letting it crumble for some reason. All right, so overall I'm still long on the market until we get up here. I want to see that level hit and maybe even breach for a little bit before I get too concerned about the entire market kind of like rolling over, right? But as of right now, again, just be very patient with the market. Now, for the top 3 stocks that all of you should be keeping in your watch list for today, the first one that we're going to discuss is Baba. All right, and Baba right now is currently climbing. I mentioned this one yesterday, or I think it was Monday. Yeah, I think it was Monday for y'all to watch this for a gap up. It kept dragging its feet and then eventually it broke out of here and then it's currently like up here right now. And if you take a look at the daily time frame or the 4-hour, either way it's still good. The reverse head and shoulder is still there. It's still strong, and I do think that it can make it up here towards like the 245 mark before it either breaks or just roll over completely. All right, but as of right now, price target for me is still up here. All right, I'm still holding my calls on this one. I like this one for a long, and yeah, you definitely keep this one in your watch list. So that's the first one. The second one that y'all should be keeping on your watch list for today, that stock is Oxy. All right, and Oxy right now is looking pretty good. It's looking quite good. I shared this one with y'all a while ago, right? For those of y'all who are still holding this one is, I guess, is an update for y'all. But yeah, I'm still holding my calls on Oxy. I think the takeoff is very near. I think we're gonna run all the way up here towards like the 29, maybe even $30 level, like somewhere around here before earnings. I think it could get there before earnings. So definitely keep this one in your watch list. It's still very early. You still want to run, and I'm not bearish on this one at all. I'm not bearish on the oil sector either. I know oil and airlines kind of follow each other. BA had its earnings today, and it kind of collapsed because it had wider than expected losses, right? But I don't think that collapse is gonna last for too long. I think that money is gonna flood into that sector very soon as well. So yeah, that's my very honest opinion on like the overall connection between these two different sectors. Now, the last one that all of y'all should be keeping in your watch list for today, that stock is AMD, and AMD is doing phenomenal. It had earnings. I told you guys to be very careful, right? Because anything can happen through earnings. Literally anything can happen through earnings. It could have went right back down here towards $80, right? But instead it went up to 90, which I guess is kind of expected, but again, it's kind of risky too because earnings, nobody knows what's gonna happen through earnings. Nobody. I don't even know what's gonna happen through earnings. That's why I told you to be very careful. To those of y'all who who lowered your risk on the way in, I mean, you're about to get paid regardless. This thing is gonna go higher. I think it can go to like 92 bucks. So definitely keep this one in your watch list for sure, right? Not bearish on AMD whatsoever. Not bearish. I think it's been, yeah, some analysts over here on the left hand side updated or upgraded the price of AMD to 110, and give it a outperforming rating. So again, there's some good news attached to the stock too for those of y'all who like want to see news first before you invest. There you go. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest, and y'all always have some excellent questions. This video is about to be released at like 8:18, 8:19. It's a little late right now, but it is what it is. The first one that we're going to talk about is RKT. In RKT, somebody has been asking about it, and is it ready to run? I think it is. I think it bottomed over here, and I don't think short sellers want any more of this thing. All right, and yeah, just keep this one on your watch list for a potential run. Where is it gonna go? I have no idea. I have no idea. But what I do know is that we're not gonna stay in here for too long. That's what I know. And also earnings is like in the way, but it's in May, so I'm not too worried about it. So keep that one in your watches as well. Could it explode? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm chilling on the sidelines just like a lot of you are. All right. So we will see what happens with Rocket Mortgage. All right. Now the next one that we're going to be addressing in this video, that stock is Coin. Let's talk about Coinbase, shall we? No. Let's talk about Coinbase. So let's move over here to the daily. And right now, and also the reason why I'm talking about Coinbase is because it has options now. It has options. The option chain is loaded. I like it. The open interest is there. Everything is good. So now let's really talk about this thing. Where is it gonna go next? I have no idea. I think we want to see more consolidation. We want to see more consolidation before we see a run to the upside towards the 330 mark. Not bearish on, not completely bearish on the stock, but I'm just very, very patient. Again, as a day trader, you have to time things right. If you get in too early, and you buy contracts, you can lose a lot of money, right? So timing is very, very, very important. I am chilling on the sidelines. I am watching this thing periodically, just seeing how it behaves, right? So the more consolidates, the better, because I'm in no rush to buy this thing. I'm in no rush whatsoever. I'm just patiently waiting. All right, long-term investors probably accumulated over here at 280. They're probably scared that this thing is gonna do a dead cat bounce. And again, a dead cat bounce is when a stock does this, and then this, and then this, all the way back down to 260. They're pretty worried about that. So if that happens, great. All right, then that means that everything is gonna get cheaper in regards to the price of the stock and the price of the chain itself. So hopefully it consolidates, maybe down a little bit. That would be nice. If it doesn't, we'll see if there's any like intraday plays on this one. All right, but this is definitely a company that you want to be keeping in your watch list just to see how it behaves. It's relatively new, very reputable company, right? So yeah, that's for that one. Now the last stock that we're gonna talk about in this video, somebody asked me to do a review of NVIDIA. And NVIDIA right now is actually bouncing off of previous level of support, which is right over here. Right over here, all right? Could it get lower than that? I don't think so. I think we curl back up and we run towards 640. I don't think we're gonna collapse lower anytime soon. Be very careful though. Again, if it goes lower, then 600 is the perfect entry for the move up towards 640, right? But if it keeps dragging its feet, then you can go in small and then eventually add later. But I will be watching this one as well for a potential continuation to the upside. It actually broke out on Friday, right? And now it's just pissing off the longs who bought in here, just making everybody mad. It's just going sideways and not moving as we've known NVIDIA to do in the past, right? Kind of like this right here. So keep this one on your watch list. Eventually it will move. I'm not bearish on this one, not yet. Not until it gets a little higher. I want to see this thing much, much, much higher in order to consider this one for a short. And that is my very honest opinion of the stock. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate that button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel a lot and it allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on these pre-market analysis videos, which are released from Monday to Friday at exactly 8:15 a.m. Central Time, 15 minutes before the market opens, and the post-market analysis videos, which are released every single day in the afternoon. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul Nguma and at Petanology Lab on Instagram and on Twitter and Facebook and Facebook. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, I'll have some step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to Step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 right after you sign up with Webull. Use my very first link in the description below. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Paul Nguma with Petanology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video, alright? Be very, very careful out there. Again, we're trading at the top. So always assume that the market is going to roll over at any point in time because we are at the top, alright? That's what makes us traders. Enjoy the outro.